Have you ever sat in your room staring at the ceiling, asking yourself why everything in your life seems to go wrong? Why, no matter how much effort you put in, something always falls apart? Why your relationships crumble, your finances collapse, your health declines, or your dreams just never seem to come true? You might look at others and think, why does their life look so perfect while mine feels like one disaster after another? If you have ever felt that way, let me tell you something. This message did not find you by accident. Allah wanted you to hear this today, because what I'm about to share with you has the power to change how you see every hardship, every disappointment, and every heartbreak you have ever gone through. This is not just another reminder. This is the truth that could shift your perspective, heal your wounds, and even open the doors of success and peace you have been chasing your whole life. And before we begin, I want you to type in the comments your problems, the hardships you are facing in your life, and the solution if you find any. Let's make this community a place where every heart echoes with love for our Creator. Your comment will not just spread this message, it may also inspire someone else to reconnect with Allah. Now let's go deep into the question that haunts so many hearts. What does it feel like everything goes wrong in your life? The answer is not simple, but it is profound. Allah never allows a hardship to strike without purpose. Nothing in your life is random. The pain you feel, the tears you shed, the opportunities you lose, the betrayals you endure, they all carry meaning. And the wisdom behind them is often hidden until much later. One of the first truths we must understand is that hardship is not a sign of rejection from Allah. It is often the opposite. It is a sign that Allah loves you and wants to purify you. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, taught us that when Allah loves someone, He tests them. Think about that. The struggles in your life may actually be proof that Allah chose you for a path that is higher, cleaner, and more rewarding than the one you are on now. But you might wonder, why does it have to hurt so much? Why does it have to feel like my whole world is falling apart? The answer lies in the nature of the human heart. We do not change when things are comfortable. We do not grow when life is easy. It is in the fires of hardship that the soul becomes stronger, purer, and more connected to Allah. It is through loss that we learn the value of gratitude. It is through pain that we discover the sweetness of patience. It is through failure that we finally humble ourselves and turn back to Allah. Think of it this way. When you plant a seed, it must be buried in darkness before it can break through into the light. Your hardships are that darkness. They are the soil pressing down on you. But Allah has placed within you the strength to break through, to rise, to blossom into something greater. And when you finally emerge, the same people who doubted you will be shocked by what Allah made you become. Another hidden wisdom is protection. Sometimes the reason everything goes wrong in your life is because Allah is protecting you from something worse. You may have been chasing a relationship that kept falling apart. You cried over it, you begged for it, you thought it was the one thing that could make you happy. But what if Allah knew that person would destroy your faith, your peace, or your future? What if Allah knew they would lead you into sin or strip you of your dignity? By removing them, Allah saved you. And one day you will thank Him for the very heartbreak you once cursed. The same applies to your career, your money, or your plans. You might feel crushed because opportunities keep slipping through your fingers. But Allah may be closing those doors to lead you to a door you never imagined, one that is far greater than the ones you were chasing. How many times in history has Allah taken something away only to replace it with something unimaginable? Look at the story of Prophet Yusuf. Was betrayed by his brothers, thrown into a well, sold as a slave, and imprisoned for years. Everything seemed to go wrong in his life, but in reality, every one of those wrong turns was a step toward his ultimate destiny, to be raised as a ruler in Egypt and to save nations from famine. This is what you need to remember. Just because it looks like your life is falling apart does not mean Allah has abandoned you. It may mean He is redirecting you. It may mean He is protecting you. It may mean He is preparing you for something far greater than you could imagine. Now let's talk about something that might shock you. Sometimes things keep going wrong because Allah is calling you back to Him, but you are ignoring the signs. Maybe your prayers have become rushed or neglected. Maybe your heart has become attached to this world more than to Allah. Maybe you are living in sins that you do not want to let go of. Allah loves you too much to leave you lost. So He shakes your life. He tests your peace. He blocks your plans until you finally stop and ask, what is Allah trying to tell me? Think of it like this. If you see a child walking toward fire, would you let them go because they seem happy? Or would you grab them even if they cried and screamed because you knew you were saving them from harm? That is how Allah deals with us. Sometimes He lets our plans collapse because they would have burned us. Sometimes He takes away what we love because it was leading us astray. Sometimes He fills our lives with trials until we finally fall on our knees and remember that He is the only one we truly need. And here is another truth that may change how you see everything. Struggles are not just tests. They are also opportunities. Every hardship is a chance to gain rewards that last forever. Every moment of patience raises your rank. Every tear that falls for the sake of Allah is recorded with Him. Every loss endured with faith is replaced with something better in this world or the next. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, told us that no fatigue, no illness, no worry, no grief, not even a thorn that pricks a believer is suffered, except that Allah expiates some of his sins for it. So the next time everything seems to go wrong, remember that your pain is not wasted. It is being transformed into light, into forgiveness, into blessings beyond your imagination. But let's be honest, when you are in the middle of hardship, it is not easy to see these truths. You may feel exhausted. You may feel hopeless. You may even feel angry at Allah. And that is why reminders like this are so important. They help you see the bigger picture. They help you realize that your story is not over yet. That the very pain you feel today may be the reason you smile tomorrow. That the very hardship breaking you now may be the doorway to your greatest blessing. Now, I want to speak to your heart directly. If you feel like nothing is working in your life, do not give up. Do not drown in despair. Do not compare yourself to others whose lives look easy, because you do not know what they hide. You do not know what battles they fight in secret, and you do not know what blessings Allah is saving for you. What you see as failure may actually be the foundation of your success. What you see as rejection may actually be Allah's protection, and what you see as loss may actually be the start of your greatest gain. So here's what you must do. Hold on to patience, return to prayer, purify your heart, ask Allah for guidance, not just for success. Ask Him to show you the wisdom in your trials. Ask Him to make your pain a reason for your elevation, not your destruction. And trust that if you stay close to Him, He will never let you down. As we come to the end of this message, I want you to remember this. Everything you are going through has meaning. Your story is not a mistake. Your pain is not wasted. And your hardships are not proof of Allah's abandonment, but of His love, His protection, and His plan. The question is, will you trust Him enough to be patient, or will you let despair take over your heart? The last thing I will tell you may shock you. The very hardships you hate today may one day become the very blessings you thank Allah for the most. And those who once looked down on you may live to see the greatness Allah brings out of you. Now I want you to do two things. First, write in the comments, I love Allah. Let us flood the world with love for our Creator. Second, share your story. Tell us the struggles you are facing and how you are trying to find your way out. Because when you share, you not only heal yourself, you give hope to someone else who feels alone in their battle. Together, we can build a community where hearts are lifted, faith is strengthened, and Allah's name is glorified. So do not scroll away, do not ignore this. This message may be the turning point of your life. Hold on to it, live by it, and remember, when everything goes wrong in your life, it may be Allah's way of setting everything right for your future. Say it now with me. I love Allah. Write it in the comments, show your support, and never forget, this could be the moment that changes everything for you.